Hello everyone, welcome to another Magical Girl Monday. It is Pride Month, and I don't know if y'all know this, but I'm pretty gay. I don't know, I just like girls a lot. I'm also non-binary, but that's less important. Right now, we are talking about my picks for the top 5-ish Gayest Precures. We all know that the Precure series is pretty queer, and honestly, I have been dying to talk about it for a long time. I've been getting into it. Honestly, I was super into it when I was a kid, though unfortunately I was introduced to it through Glitter Force because I'm a stupid. But, I grew older and I was like, there's more, and I'm on a huge magical girl quest because I love magical girl anime, as you can tell. So I was like, let's watch the Precure series. I had no clue just how queer it would be, and we're gonna talk about that today. Now, disclaimer, this is purely opinion, with a hint of canonity if you squint and tilt your head a little bit. As well as, I am only on Kira Kira a la mode, and to be fair and consistent and not talk out of my... We are going to only tackle the seasons that I have seen, with only one honorable mention later on, who a friend of mine asked, basically was like, please, you have to put it in. There's no way you can't. You're homophobic if you don't. It's like, fine, I'll do it. I'll put the character in an honorable mention, but I have not seen the season, so I can't really put her on the list. Maybe in the future I'll remake the list after having seen more of the seasons. It's like, I'm currently watching Star Detective every single time a new episode releases, and in the meantime, catching up with the rest of the seasons, and I've been watching every single one of them like a good boy, not skipping anything, because it's only fair. And if I really want to talk about Precure, then it's best for me to know what I'm talking about, instead of just, nice design, or, reading up on the wiki pages a little bit and then talking from there. It's best if I get the full experience, It's just for the best. Another thing I'd like to say is, if you disagree with any of my picks, I would love to know why, though I am not going to take this character as straight as an answer. There is one character who I wholeheartedly accept as bisexual exclusively. I'm pretty sure it's canon. I don't have a source for that, so don't take my word for it. There's a chance I'm wrong, but I believe this character is queer, and we'll get to that when we get to that. But if you think there's a character who should have been on the list above a different one, please let me know. I'm always looking forward to hearing more about it, and if there's a character I don't know and you want to talk about that, that would be great, because it would hype the season up for me a significant amount. Please, always feel free to talk to me about Precure. I love Precure so undescribably much. It is one of my favorite magical girl shows of all time. Alright, now let's get into it with our number 5 pick, Cure Heart from Doki Doki Precure. I could have honestly picked anybody from this team in Doki Doki Precure, specifically Sword or Diamond, but I decided to go with Cure Heart because lots of people say all the time it's basically a stealth harem anime, with the fact that pretty much every single girl is kind of into mana, just a little bit. Some more than others, though, and we're not gonna really address Cure. We're not gonna address Cure Ace because she's 11. But not only is she basically exclusively interacts with girls, and she has a love scene, confession, I think twice with Regina. Regina is a huge factor into this. She is defo 100% gayer than gay. She puts me to shame. But yeah, another thing, whenever Cures raise a baby together and there's 2 doing it, then that automatically bumps them up a significant amount. It's how could... They're lesbian parents. What else do I have to say? And the fact that, I know Mana mainly raised Ai-chan by herself, but there was an episode all about... Diamond's crush on Mana, and how much she loved her, and is like kind of jealous over the fact that Makoto and Mana were so close. And there is a scene where Makoto and Mana are taking care of Ai, and it's like, oh, we're just like her parents. It's like, yeah, that's pretty fruity. I can't lie. It's like, no straight detected here. I put her at number 5 because I feel like it could be more debatable, and it's not really much of a part of her personality. Like, part of the way that I rank the characters is how much it contributes to their character. Like, would you look at this character and the first thing you think of is, yeah, that's gay. It's like, some people could reasonably mistake Cure Heart for being in any way hetero. Like, if they haven't seen the season, then they wouldn't really know. Meanwhile, it's like you look at Diamond or Sword, and it's like some people could argue that I should have put them on the list instead. But I decided to go with Mana because of her relationship with Regina. It's like she's slept in the same bed with multiple girls. I don't know what I need to be telling you. Moving on, we're going to get to our number 4 pick, Miracle and Magical from Maho Sakai. You could be like, why are you putting 2 on the list? It's like, well, when they're a package deal, I kind of can't separate them, you know? Like, it just would be wrong if I were to only put Magical on here and not Miracle. Like, I'm sure people would be like, what are you doing? That, it's like I'd have to pick one, and they're both equally gay, I think. It's like one could probably say it's like, you know, Magical is slightly gayer than Miracle, but like, come on. One part of their queerness is the fact that they're basically attached by the hip, and for a majority of the season, it was only them. Basically, they had like returned to duos for this one, and you're not gonna believe it, they raise a baby together. And this said child literally stands up in front of a group of people when she's in her teen years, and it's like, those are my moms. Like, I honestly, if I had to raise a baby and it magically turns my age, I'd be fricked up forever. I'd be so messed up. It's like, what are you talking about? That's not my child, no way. That is my classmate. The reason why they're at number 4, though, is because, I'll be honest, as I was watching the season, their queerness doesn't really contribute a whole lot to their characters. Like, at first I didn't even know it was a Yuri. I had to check the tags of the site I was using, and some people could argue it's not a Yuri, but, you know, friggin' if it applies, if the boot fits, wear it. Though, the reason why they are on here, I have not seen Mirai Days, but to my knowledge, the girls continue to live together, and they raise, like, a second child together. So it's like, you know, they basically are 2 mothers for, like, a big family. And if that's not gay, then I don't know what to tell you. At that point, Chaperone could be straight. But yeah, I wish I could put them higher, but I honestly do not have too much to say about Miracle and Magical. So we're gonna move on to our 3rd pick, Cure Black and Cure White from the original Futari wa Precure. Pretty much everybody knows these girls. They're like, some could argue that they're like the OG gays. And you know what? Pretty much. It's like they have to hold hands to transform. The only reason why I haven't put them higher into like the number 1 spot is because Nagisa does have a crush on a dude. And honestly, it gets a little exhausting with the fact that it's just the same conflict over and over. But we're not talking about that. Maybe one day I'll actually be able to review the Precure series, like every single season, except for the ones that I was not able to get through and enjoy, which that's only 2 of them. There's only 2 that I actually actively had to skip. Every single one, even if I didn't like it, I still stood by it, I still watched it. But yeah, Futari wa Precure, pretty much throughout, like, yeah, they have repetitive conflicts every now and then, but for the most part, like, they're a package deal. Not many people really have Nagisa without Honoka. Like, from the very get-go, they were basically soulmates. There's art of them being married, and, like, plenty of people, like, you look up Nagisa and Honoka, and a majority of the time it's people shipping them. This was 2004, it's older than me, so yeah, huge fan of Nagisa and Honoka. Though I think the only reason I have them so high is because they're the OGs, and it's like there's slight shit tease moments every now and then. But overall, like, it's so hard because it's like, Honoka is obviously gay, and honestly I was tempted to put her on the list alone for headcanon purposes and nothing else. But, you know, it would just be wrong to have only her and not Nagisa, because Nagisa is canonically bisexual. I think it's really funny that you look at Nagisa and you would assume that she's butch as hell, but then you find out that she does like guys. It's like, I feel like over the course of the series, she kind of realizes that she's gay. Though, again, this is me being Delulu, and it's not entirely canon. I'm making stuff up to apply to my own narrative because I want to. And it's not really fitting for this list, so I can only put them at number 3. Who's at number 2, you might ask? This is probably a controversial pick, but I'm only putting one in here from what is commonly seen as a duo. Cure Melody from Sweet Precure. I think the reason I put her in here is because, once again, it's like she doesn't have a crush on any guys. And she goes through a whole arc about, it's like she's trying to find out kind of who she is. It's like, come to terms with her love of music. And also, she's super, like, she's just like that. She's a gay bastard. It's like, she's definitely into Kanade. It's not even a question. She's super into Kanade. It's like, most of the time, they get into, like, you know, some, like, queer bickering every now and then. Again, this is headcanon, don't get mad at me. It's like, they get into a lot of bickering in the early season, where it's like, they got mad at each other because of a misunderstanding and, like, proceeded to hate each other, as well as because their personalities clash so much, where Hibiki is the wild one and Kanade is the straight, put-together one. And also, Kanade likes guys, Hibiki does not. It's like, honestly, if they slipped in something about, like, Hibiki being super popular with girls, they honestly could have, and I missed it, because it's been a couple months since I've seen Sweet Precure. It's like, I've gone through, like, so many other seasons ever since. It's kind of hard to keep track every now and then, especially since my life is kind of busy every now and then. Hibiki, purely, mostly because of her general behavior and attitude. In pretty much most seasons, you always got, like, that one sporty cure. It's like, you know, you got, like, 2 of them in Smile Precure, and then you got, like, you know, the first 4 seasons of Precure, there's at least one. It's like, I could even count, like, you know, Yes 5 Go Go. It's like, so technically the first 5, but I'm going on a tangent here, and I'm gonna stop myself before I get too deep into it. Hibiki gay. She's one of my favorite cures for that reason. She just gives off pure lesbian vibes, like capital L lesbian vibes. And I feel like a good percent of people kind of agree, even if Sweet Precure is really not that popular. I don't see a lot of discussion about it. And some people would even say it's like Hummy and Siren have a little bit more going on. And you know what? I agree. I think those 2 are also really gay. But I have to pick Cures exclusively, and I could pick Cures exclusively, and I could pick Eren, but I wanted to pick Hibiki because she's my favorite, and she's the one that I think is the most aggressively lesbian. Also, she kisses Kanade. I don't think it was intentional at all. No, it definitely was not. But they kissed. And, you know, again, Hibiki hiding some very deep feelings for Kanade. They're super inseparable. And it's like, you know, kind of like the disaster lesbian to Kanade's put-together bisexual. And, like, you know, they still have a long way to go, of course. But, you know, they're in love. And before I get to my number 1 pick, I want to mention some honorable mentions. We're gonna start off with Yuki from Wonderful Precure. She is on here because I vaguely know that she's gay, but I haven't seen the season. However, one of my friends, Inky, has, and is, you know, super huge fan of that one, and is like, Yuki is gay, and preaches it to me every single time we talk about Yuki, every single time. Because this conversation has to occur at least once between 2 queers. Second one that I want to mention is Cure Mermaid from Go Princess Precure, simply on account of the fact that, like, honestly, she probably could have been on this list instead of Melody, but I wanted to put Melody on here. because I feel like Melody's entire her queerness is very attributed to her personality. Meanwhile, Mermaid, it's just kind of like a side fact. As much as I think her and Cure Flora should be a couple, and they probably are, and I just don't know about it. It's like, there's a chance. I don't know everything. But, like, if you need further evidence, there was the episode where it was revealed that Mermaid is afraid of ghosts, and Flora comes to her rescue, and it's like, you're my prince. And when, like, you know, all, like, the high standard guys are like, do you want to dance with me? She's like, no, I already have my prince to dance with, and goes up to Flora, is like, will you dance with me? And then, like, the general growth of, like, you know, Flora asking Mermaid for advice on how to be a princess, and they get super close together by that. It's like, oh man, come on. Honestly, I'm starting to regret not putting her on here, but it's too late now. Next one is Saki and Mai from Splash Star. They clicked immediately. They locked eyes. It was destiny from there. However, again, it's like actually, no, this could be evidence. Saki has a slight crush on Mai's older brother, but here's my personal headcanon. I feel like that could possibly be, like, sort of projection. It's like, she doesn't know she's gay. And it always starts with a bit of denial. You never know right off the bat that you're gay. Or at least most of the time you do not. And Saki doesn't know that she's gay right off the bat, so she's kind of, like, redirecting her feelings towards her brother, because, like, you know, it's more normal to like guys. Most of the time, you're not really considering, do I like girls? Because it's not entirely seen as normal. It's more normal in Japan than it is over here. But, you know, still, logic kind of applies. But yeah, I definitely think they are some of the gayest characters. Though what does take away points is the fact that they had Saki marry a guy in Otona, and it makes me so mad. That's one of the reasons I'm not watching it, aside from the fact that I just don't want to watch anything else with the Yes 5 cast in it. Like, I'll get to that maybe one day, and I know that some people are gonna be like, what's wrong with Yes 5? And I'll talk about it, and I don't want to talk about it right now. Next up, we've got Kira Sunshine, who, honestly, like, some people could probably be like, well, she's not that gay. I'm just like, and, like, I'm not gonna talk about the fact that she was, like, you know, forced to sort of take on a more masculine role, because I do think that is rather sad. It's like, girls should be able to express themselves however they want, but I kind of understand why she did it. The reason why she's on here is because of the fact that Tsubomi had a huge crush on her. And some people say, like, you know, oh, it ended when she found out that Itsuki was female. No, it did not. I have the receipts. Here you go. Like, the literally a guy, I don't remember his name, is like, had a crush on Tsubomi, and then once he saw the way that Itsuki and Tsubomi were interacting, he got jealous and stormed off. And this is when it was established to everybody that Itsuki was female. Like, everyone just knows by looking at her. He sees it and gets jealous because he assumes it's romantic, and you know what? It is. They are slay. And I probably could have put Kira Moonlight on here, but, like, her lesbianism isn't really a huge contributing factor to her character, so unfortunately she's not on this list, even if she is, like, I think canon gay somewhat. Not sure where the source for that is. My only source is, I'm not kidding, please don't get mad at me, this video. But I'm pretty sure most of it is headcanon on their end, and, like, I guess headcanon on their end, pretty much, until they reveal sources or whatever, and also they said Tsubomi's not gay, and I don't believe them. And then finally we have Setsuna. I just wanted to mention her, because honestly, I probably could have included Love on here instead, but Love kind of had, like, a weird romance subplot with this totally boring dude that we know nothing about. It's like, he has an ugly haircut and he does nothing important, really. But they insist on having a male love interest for the main character. When the real love interest should have been Setsuna. It should have been pure passion. Like, from the moment they met, it's like, you know, it's like the villain, they kind of don't get along very well. But once Setsuna has the bright idea to, like, you know, try to pretend to be their friend, Love recognizes her immediately and pretty much falls in love, clings to her, and Setsuna's like, wow, oh my gosh, this girl is kind of awesome. It's like they are destiny, I'm afraid. They get together pretty much immediately, like, not in a romantic relationship, but you get it, like, they click. It's like, as much as Cure Peach is best friends with Pine and Berry, she is definitely the closest to Passion, I think. It's like they are meant to be together. I probably sound delusional as hell when I say this, but, like, you get it. Now, let us finally move on to my number one pick. I'm sure you saw this coming. It's freaking Cure Chocolat and Cure Macadon from Kira Kira a la Mode. It's like, it's very fitting that I'm watching this season in Pride Month, because, yeah, those two are fruit-delicious. Like, I'm pretty sure it's the one, like, this is the most canon lesbian pairing in Precure. Like, not even slightly subtext, not even little. Nothing vague to be seen here. They dance together. There's literally the scene where it's like, if you eat things from the Kira Pati, your lover will leave you. And then it shows Akira and Yukari. It's like, come on. It's like, they're in love. It's like, you look at them, they're once again a package deal. I can't pick over the femme and the butch. What? I would be a monster if I did that. I can't pick over one of them. Like, they're both super gay. They are destiny, I'm afraid. And it's like, it takes a moment to get there, but eventually they're, like, attached by the hip. They're like like, they dance together, they pose together. And also they're, like, you know, the two mature ones, and often I hear stuff about it's like the two lesbian moms looking after their 3 rambunctious children. I guess technically 4 now, because I've just been introduced to Cure Parfait, but I'm not familiar with her yet. I don't really know what her whole shtick is, and I know some people will be mad at me, but I'll get there eventually, and it's not about Cure Parfait right now, it's about her moms. Well, not really moms, but you get what I'm saying. It's like they basically play the mother figure role in the friend group. We all got that one person. So yeah, it's not even a debate. They could make up the lesbian flag if they wanted to. It's like Mayor of Femtown and Mayor of Butchtown. They are super in love. And definitely, without a doubt, not even debatable, the gayest cures in the Precure franchise. Like, just look at them. Just take a look. Take a glance. Thank you guys so much for watching my first Precure video. I hope to make more and attract more Precure fans, because Lord knows I love Precure so much, and I'm so glad that I finally got to talk about it, especially in Pride Month. How's your Pride Month going? Please let me know. I hope everyone is having a good one so far, and expect to see more Pride videos. I know at some point I'm going to be posting a Pride video outside of Pride Month, but just ignore that, whatever. I'm going to do my best anyway. And even outside of Pride Month, I'm not going to stop being gay. Unfortunately, I am queer. So yeah, token gay, Crow's Cauldron, signing off. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time. Goodbye!